And it is this remarkable back and forth we want to talk about still more this morning that we've really never seen before. The president versus the Pope. Pope Leo is responding today to President Trump's extraordinary attack on him. Here's a quote from President Trump just yesterday, calling Pope Leo, quote, weak on crime and terrible for foreign policy. The Pope, traveling today, responded, speaking to reporters.
I have no fear of neither the Trump administration nor speaking out loudly about the message of the gospel. And that's what I believe. I am called to know what the church is called to do. We're not politicians. We're not looking to make foreign policies with the same perspective that we might understand it. But I do believe that the message of the gospel, blessed are the peacemakers, is the message of the Lord needs to hear.
Thank you very much for clarifying.
Blessed are the peacemakers is the Pope's message right now. Joining us right now is Katie McGrady, CNN Vatican analyst and host of Katie McGrady Show on Sirius XM's The Catholic Channel. It's great to have you. Thank you so much. How extraordinary is this moment? I mean, you see this play out throughout the day yesterday, and then you wake up to seeing this and hearing the Pope aboard the plane being asked directly to respond and speaking directly to President Trump's comments. What do you make of it?
Well, it was a little surprising, of course, that the president tweeted this. I guess maybe we shouldn't be too surprised. President Trump wants fans, and Pope Leo is seeking to bring followers to Jesus, and those two things are going to conflict to a certain point. But I think it's important to note the Holy Father is not a conflicting voice. He's a contrasting voice in a conflict-driven world. And it's blessed are the peacemakers in Scripture. That's what he quoted this morning at his first stop when he started talking about the Beatitudes. It's not blessed are the bomb droppers. And he's been very clear that this is not just a pointed criticism of the United States. It's across the spectrum. He's been calling for peace since the moment we met him. So what I make of it is, I'm not surprised President Trump tweeted this. He wants Pope Leo to baptize what he's doing, and the Holy Father's not going to do that. That's why the president made reference to the Pope's brother. Is he trying to start some sort of sibling warfare here? It's not all that surprising. I'm very pleased, however, that the Holy Father is saying, look, I'm not scared. This doesn't bother me. I'm going to keep on with the message that I know I've been charged to give to the world.
But that one element of it, that the Pope went to the point of, I have no fear of the Trump administration, or felt the need that he had to make a statement like that, to me is extraordinary.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you're absolutely right to say that. This is not something that happens frequently. I think a lot of the behavior that we've seen President Trump exhibit is not what we would expect of the proverbial leader of the free world, right? But to go after the Pope, the American Pope, no less, who's not just an American Pope, but the Pope from America, is essentially, I think, look, this is my personal opinion here. It was almost kind of like, pay attention to me, main character energy from the president, begging the Pope to look at him and say, well, I don't like you, before the Pope had the chance to even more loudly proclaim what you're doing as the leader of the free world is not okay. And I think what this signals is that the Holy Father is above the down in the dirt, muddy political shenanigan conversation, and he's always going to try to call us higher. The Pope is trying to be the elevating voice. I mean, Donald Trump said he could go into the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody and never lose a supporter. But I don't think he can go after the Pope online without losing some supporters, because from the right and the left, people have been criticizing the way he's attacked the Holy Father last night. And the Pope's being pretty strong and saying, I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah. And add into this, Katie, one thing that has also been something to watch and people have been seeing, and there's been a lot of reporting around as well, is just the surge of people joining the Catholic Church. I mean, I've seen it written so many different places, especially among young people right now. I mean, add that into this conversation.
Yeah, I've been calling it Leo fever. I mean, we saw increasing numbers in the past couple of years because especially Gen Z are looking for stability, they're looking for community, they're looking for answers. But a Pope who speaks English, a polyglot Pope, he can speak in a lot of different languages, who's very straightforward in what he's saying and what he's inviting people to is attractive. And the church, which stands as kind of a bulwark in a world that is so malleable, the church provides stability. And I think in this particular moment, popes outlast presidents. The church has been around for 2,000 years. America's only 250 years old. So the Roman Catholic Church stands as this stalwart, and people are drawn to that. And a pope being very clear is incredibly attractive, along with the community element. People are very lonely. They're attached to their phones. The church gives them a place to belong.
Katie, it's great to have you on and great to hear your perspective on this. Truly, really appreciate it. John.
Right. Here